Hello, listeners. I know what you're thinking. I thought he said we wouldn't hear from him until Wednesday. Well, as your luck would have it, I decided to curate a brand new tale of stories that are guaranteed to delight and frighten. Before we begin, make sure you click that subscribe button. And premiering this Wednesday at 8 p.m., the first episode, Zack vs. the Paranormal. An action adventure for ages 7 and up. So if you got little ones, don't worry. I'll make sure not to terrify them too much. Stay tuned, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, right here on the Eerie Tales from the Darkness podcast channel. Without further ado, let's get to our first story. Tonight's tale is about a group of friends who got themselves in a bit of a bind. So I welcome you to the Summer of Horror series, Episode 1, Hatched. We open to a small group of people. Aaron, Paul, and Cindy, all in their mid to late 20s, barricaded in a tiny apartment, nervously waiting in the living room. The room appears trashed, lamps knocked over, garbage sprawled all over the floor, and chairs lying on their side. Cindy, beautiful, petite, pacing back and forth, while Paul, a failed actor, and Aaron, a waiter, sit and wait.
How long do we have to wait?
I told you, as long as it takes.
It's been 20 minutes already.
Like the website says, to wait till it works its way through the body.
What if it doesn't work? Then what, huh?
I don't know.
You don't know? You said you read the
Fuck, I don't know, alright? It's not like I've done this before.
In the background, the three of them turn in the same direction at the same time in horror. They can't bear the noise.
I can't take this. I'm going in.
Not till it's out of his system.
He's suffering in there. We're just gonna stand here and do nothing?
Yes.
Paul steps in between them.
Whatever it takes.
Are we bad people?
Yes.
No. We're not.
I hit him with a bottle.
Hey, you did what you had to. Okay, he was acting crazy. He could have hurt someone.
Can someone bring me something to drink?
I ain't doing it. Fucker swung at me last time.
I'll do it. I am at least that much.
The man is tied at the hands and feet, laying in a bathtub. He appears exhausted and helpless.
It'll be over before you know it. I promise.
Outside the door, Cindy and Paul can hear the man screaming. They decide in that instant to rush in.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know, he just started screaming.
We should do something.
Like what?
I don't know. Do something.
Like what?
Help me get him out of the tub.
The man lies on the floor in sheer pain, convulsing, his eyes nearly bulging out of his head. Paul, Cindy, and Aaron jump back in horror. There, weaseling its way out of his nose, a moth covered in a bit of blood flutters its wings and flies away. Aaron and Paul are in awe. Cindy, with a similar disgusted look on her face. The man lies eyes open and mouth. He is dead. Paul kneels down. Cindy kneels next to Paul, barely holding on. Aaron kneels on the other side of the man. He then turns his attention and looks closer. Aaron puts his head down. He then notices something. Drops of blood trickling down on his shirt. He touches it and rubs it between his fingers to check it out. His breathing increases. Cindy and Paul gaze at him. As Aaron goes to speak, he stops and notices blood coming out of their ears. He points to them, freaking out. Cindy turns to look at Paul and screams. Paul swipes his ear with his finger and begins to freak out. Cindy looks down and sees blood all over her chest, and she then begins to hyperventilate. I hope you enjoyed tonight's tale of terror. I know I have. It appears Paul, Cindy, and Aaron got more than they bargained for. That's all we have for tonight. Make sure to stay tuned for Friday night, same time, for a brand new episode, The Summer of Horror. Good night.